everyone, I'm Grados, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. We are in Sussex City, and we left off the last episode of leveling up our forestry area to level 5. I did get rid of the base game and added large forestry areas, and it helped with our traffic. Our traffic was extremely bad over here, and by putting in these large forestry areas, you can see they take up much more space, but one truck per these squares right here, instead of like this would take up 9, possibly. It would take up at least 3x2s. So you're talking about 12. Because I had a road down the middle. So it would be 3 on each side. And so, yeah, it cut back the traffic quite a lot. I'll show you our traffic. So as you can see, this was solid red going all the way through. So now they have to make less stops, because for each one of these right here, the large tree plantations, we're getting 1 stop instead of 12 stops. So that is a big difference. I did go ahead and put in some more offices to take care of the jobs. We still are pretty high. This is our low density, self-sufficient, organic, and I believe I put on electric cars, and that would be in our policies, and high-tech housing. So that's that for there. We do have 39,000 in population, and we have no public transportation. So I was thinking today we would put in some metro. So let's go ahead and put in some metro. So I'm thinking on the high density, we're going to use these 4 corners right here. And we're just going to pop in 4 metro stations, like so. And we'll run one right there. Now, I thought about putting them maybe in the sides here or inside, but I think the 4 corners should work well. So let's go ahead and run our tracks for that. So these are going to be pretty simple. They're just going to go straight. The ones on the edges here, we're going to do a bit of a curve. We're just going to come out straight by 180 and curve them in. We're going to do the same down here, about there. Oh, it's a little too far, so let's come back to there, and then we're just going to attach them. We're going to do the same on this end, but we got to be careful of this train underneath. We can't touch the train. Let's come back a little bit. I want to keep that at the 180 before I curve it in. And then we'll come back to here and curve that in. And that should work. I don't like that it's a big I don't know, it's kind of not smooth. Let's see, can we move this? You know what, we're gonna have to delete the track a little bit. So let's go ahead and delete this track just by a little bit, and this one. And let's move this just in a little bit more. To there. And that should give us a little bit more room to run that track a little smoother. So let's go to our curve. There, that's much better. And we're just going to cut this off. And we're going to run this to this one. There we go. So now we have our tracks run for the high density. Let's go ahead into our low density and kind of plan out where we'd like our low density to be. I think we're going to run this one right on the edge here. So that'll be one. Let's come down into here. That could be two. We'll come around on this edge in here and see if we can sneak one in somewhere around here. Here we go. We could fit one in right there. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and put one in right here. That's 4. And let's see, where can we put this guy? Maybe right in here. And do we want to place any in here? I don't think so. I don't think we need it. So let's go ahead to our tracks. We're going to curve this the same way. Let's come down. There we go. Come straight. And then curve that in. This is a little more tricky. Well, not really, because we're going to go straight. So let's see if we can put on our straight tool. I want this to be pretty straight. There we go. Let's go to our curve again. This isn't going to curve too far. There we go. And bring this one down. It's saving, so it's lagging. So we're just going to wait a minute. Alright. And we're going to curve this one into here. So we have our low density covered now. Let's go into this new high-tech area. And let's go ahead and put some in here. So let's kind of plan this out a little bit. I think we'll put one in right here. Maybe another one in right here. Now, you really do want to put these in more of a commercial area sometimes. Just because they do produce noise. So they do make the citizens sick, but it doesn't always have to be the case. I mean, sometimes it's hard to avoid not putting them. I think 3 should be enough. This is not a big area, but I think we'll just put in an extra one. So let's go ahead and run the tracks for this. And actually, you know what? I am going to delete this one. I don't think it's necessary. And it's going to be harder to run the tracks. So let's go ahead and this track is going to have to come out and curve. There we go. And this one will be straight. So let's go ahead and put this one in just straight across. Alright, so now we have that connected. Now we just need to run one. Let's see how we can do this. Maybe come off of here. We have to avoid this underground here. Kind of sneak that in like that. I don't like this bump here, so we're just gonna curve that a little bit better. Let's turn on our curve. It's a little bit better. And let's run our high density to our low density over here. Now, because of the slope here, it drops down right in here. It might be easier to run it there, but it's going to be a little tricky because that wants to come above ground. Let's see, can we come out from maybe down here and come down and across? Let's come to here. Nope. That'll work. So let's delete this one. So we got that connected. And I think we're going to connect in between here and here. There we go. And let's connect between here and here. We're gonna have to do that right from here because we have the underground train. So we're just gonna sneak this kinda in here and into here. So we have all our areas connected. And right now we're just going to run routes in the areas that they are. So right now we're just going to create a route. We're going to go in a circle. And then we're going to do it in the opposite direction. Now, this did not connect to this. So, what I think it might be is there's something wrong with the track. We're going to delete this. And we're going to delete this one. Oh, we're not going to delete it because it's not letting us, so let's see. I have a feeling this is not connected because we did change the track in there. And let's go back, hover over this, try to delete this. Sometimes they're really tricky. There we go. And I never connected that line there. That's what the problem was. Let's go back, wrap this around. There we go. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction. Create a new line. Connect it. Connect it. Connect this. And then complete our line here. And as you can see, we have green and blue. For the sake of being able to tell which one is which, I like to always go in, and because the first one was green, I'll go ahead and make this a shade of green, and then I know my high density. Both of them are green. They're a little too close in color, so I'll just go back and darken it up, and maybe I'll go down to this one and I'll lighten it up so they're a bit more extreme, but they're both in the green color code. So now we're going to go ahead and run a route from here, and we're going to connect this up in a round circle just like we did the other. There we go. So we completed that. Let's go ahead and do it in the opposite direction. And we're going to complete that line. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to go to our metro. And both of these are like a peach orange color. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go the extreme and make them an orangey color. One like a dark orange. And we'll make the other one a little bit lighter of an orange. There we go. And that's that for that. Let's go over to our high tech and let's run the same thing here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy with the camera. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. As soon as it's done saving, there we go. So we're just going to go in. And come back around. And complete the stop. Let's go ahead and change this color to... Let's see, we'll go in and maybe we'll do a pink color or a dark purple. Let's do dark purple. And we'll do this one in a light purple. Let's try to get it more on the purpley end. Looks more pink, but it's okay, you can tell the difference. We got orange, green, and purple. So now we have to connect these with our outer lines here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take it from here, and we're going to create a new line, and we're just going to run this one to this one and back. Right to here, and we completed that line. That is blue, so we'll leave that alone. Let's see, where do we want to do this one? We'll start this one here, and we'll run this to this one, and we'll run it back. There we go. Now this, I would like to bring it and bend it into this one. So I think what we'll do is, let's go back to our track. Let's go here and delete this. And let's go back into our track here. And let's see if we can bend this out. And then come straight into there. And let's try running from here. Gotta create a new line to here and back. So this is a red color, and let's go ahead and do this one. We're just gonna come here, run a line to this guy, and run it back. So now all our metros are run, so we can go ahead and start the game. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to color code the last two we did. So this one I'm going to make it a different shade of blue, because we have all our blue lines there. And we're going to change this to another shade of blue. Let's see. So we got blue, blue, dark blue, and this is a little bit awkward. Let's go over to here. So we have all our blue lines. And those are the ones that connect our districts or communities to each other. So that's basically how you run metros. So if you like my content and would like to see more, please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.